As it smiles above the trees in Idaho, December 7th, 1941, when I heard on the radio that Japan had bombed Pearl Harbor, we were shocked.
Citizens and aliens alike would have to move.
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act.
The use of the Alien Enemies Act today is, in some ways, even more egregious than it was in World War II.
This country of ours haven't learned at all. I'm Fujiko Gardner. I'm 93 years old and a survivor of Minidoka camp. Right here. This is me. I was born in Fife, Washington. We were financially poor but rich in many ways because we lived on a farm. It was a happy life.
A state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
The Alien Enemies Act of 1798 is the legal justification that was invoked to round up Japanese American community leaders immediately after Pearl Harbor. And this is a part of the history that many people don't know. It did not begin with Executive Order 9066.
All persons of Japanese descent were required to register.
Executive Order 9066 is the order that was signed by President Franklin Roosevelt. It was used to justify the incarceration of over 125,000 Japanese Americans on the West Coast.
I remember getting a new metal lightweight suitcase that I filled with some clothes and things. We had to go on the big truck to Puyallup.
So most Japanese Americans in the Seattle area were initially held at a temporary concentration camp on the Puyallup Fairgrounds.
I've always looked forward to the fair because of their hamburger. It was a shock to see the mass of Japanese people and to see all the soldiers in their uniform with carrying a rifle. How can one place change to such a sad place? From the Puyallup Assembly Center, we were boarded on the rickety old train coming from Washington State where everything is green and going to Idaho where everything is dry. It was a sad, sad train ride. We saw was miles of black barracks. So it was a dismal scene in Idaho. Being incarcerated at Minidoka really felt like we were in jail. You didn't have privacy when you went to take your shower or when you went to the bathroom. We knew my father had changed drastically, and so we were aware that he would be capable of ending his own life.
Meaningful, insightful tour led by Kelsey and her grandma.
There was also open cracks in the walls, and so the tar paper couldn't keep the dust.
My granddaughter is interested in learning more about Minidoka. We've gone to 8 pilgrimages together.
I'm a quarter Japanese, so my only connection to the Japanese American community was through my grandma. Walking that space together, it might have just been my grandmother's history, but now that we've experienced together, it's our history and it's my history.
The Japanese Americans had made a good example of what immigrants can do for the United States.
A dramatic escalation of President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown.
This country of ours have not learned anything from the past.
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798.
Today, the Alien Enemies Act is used to designate immigrants as an invading force, as if that we are at war with other nations, other communities whose people are coming to the U.S. for a better life. It is, in some ways, even more egregious than it was in World War II.
It's just unbelievable to me what immigrants are faced with today.
And all of the experiences of the World War II Japanese American incarceration leaves me with just questioning, what does it mean to be an American? And how do you prove your Americanness?
The detention centers that are holding immigrants today are in many ways reflective of the experiences of Japanese Americans incarcerated in places like Minidoka and Puyallup.
I'm worried about our country today.
What can people do now? It is important for people not to lose hope, not to accept the continued dehumanization and scapegoating of immigrants. It's important to recognize that then the people who are making these decisions, that immigrants are not indeed a threat to our country.
If history repeats itself over and over, we need to make sure that it will never happen again.
Google ワークスペース with ジェミニ AI によるリサーチと分析でビジネスに